Welcome back to our channel. My name is Teacher Smith and today we are going to do the part 1 of the number splitting. So here to explain this topic I have taken a question. So let's have a look. The question says put 8 apples into 2 different baskets with each basket containing at least 1 apple. How many ways can you do this? So here in this question, I have 8 apples. And these 8 apples I have to put into different baskets. Now the question is asking, how many different ways are there? Now, if I want to put 8 apples in 2 different baskets, how should we split these apples? So, to understand this, let's take a small example. Now, to explain us this example, I have called 2 superheroes. One is the Superman and the other one is the Batman. Now, one day, both of them were very hungry. So, I told them, no worries, I have 6 bananas for you. So, both of you can eat these 6 bananas. But now it's my duty to distribute these 6 bananas to them. So, how we can distribute this? Can anyone tell me some of the ways? You can pause the video and can write it down. Now, if I do it randomly, I can put 3 and 3, both of them, because I am very humble. I can distribute it equally. Or else I can give 5 to Superman and 1 to Batman. Or else I can do 2 to Superman and 4 to Batman. And if I can distribute again 5 to Superman and 1 to Batman. Oh, wait a second. While distributing here, 5, 1. Here also, 5 bananas to Superman, 1 to Batman. So what I can observe, if I distribute randomly, there's a chance that I can double count. And not just double count here, I may miscount also some ways. So, how to write down the total number of ways properly so that I won't miscount, I won't double count. So let's try to take an example. Let's say in a class full of students, there are some students running here and there. I want to take the attendance. Now, if I just count, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, but there are some students running here and there. I can miscount or else some students I can double count. So what should I do? I forgot I'm the teacher. I can ask everyone to stand in a line. And then I can count in an order. So the best way of counting is counting in an order. So let's just try to count in an order. So whenever we are trying to count, we should start with the smallest number. Now Superman, I want to give him the smallest number of bananas, making sure it's not 0. So what is the number of bananas I can give to Superman? Perfect, just 1. And all the remaining bananas I can give to Batman. So what is the number of bananas for Batman? Perfect. The total is 6. So 1 to Superman and 5 to Batman. So here I'll write down the first way, that is Superman 1, Batman 5. Now, let's try to increase the number. Superman now is 2. If Superman 2, the remaining 4 for Batman. Now, if I try to increase more. Superman, how many? Very good, it's just 3. If 3 is with Superman, how many remaining for Batman? Again 3. So here we have distributed equally. That is 3 and 3. And then, what is the next number that I can give? Because what we can observe, in the first way of distribution, Superman has 1, Batman has 5. Don't you think Superman will be sad? Of course, right? He has less. So why it's unfair? Even Superman sometimes should get more than Batman. So let's try to distribute again. After 3 and 3, let's try to give 1 more to Superman. Now Superman has 4 and Batman has 2. No worries, because he got here more. Now it's time for him to contribute. Now, what we can observe, we can again give it back to him. So Superman has 5 and Batman has 1. So making sure we have distributed it in an order. So now if I want to count the number of ways, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. There are 5 ways in which I can distribute this 6 bananas. So what we can understand from this example, there were 6 bananas, but when I have to distribute it to 2 different types, what I should do? Should I do it randomly or in an order? Yeah, we should do in an order. So let me summarize this here. Whenever we have to split numbers, we should do in order. And whenever there's different type, as we just saw, at first Superman had less, Batman has more. Then what we did, we tried to interchange. That is Superman more, Batman less. So here, in different types, we can interchange the way to get the different number of ways. Now, understanding this, let's try to see our question. In our question, we have 8 apples, 2 different baskets. So, how should we do it? Anyhow or do in order? Yes, do it in an order. So, what is the least number of apples I can put in the first basket? Of course, we can just put 1 apple because the question say it has to be at least 1 apple. So 1 here and the remaining 7 here on this side. Now, here, if I try to increase the number of apple, first let's write down the number of way, that is basket 1, 1, basket 2, 7. Now let's try to increase the number. After 1, which number I should put? 2. So here, basket 1 has 2 and all the remaining in basket 2. So, remaining means how much? Perfect, 6. So, let's write down 2 and 6. Basket 1 has 2, basket 2 has 6. Now, let's try to increase the number. After 2, which number I should put in basket 1? Oh, it should be 3. So, if 3 is here, how many apples are remaining here? Yeah, we can count 1, 2, 3 and 4. So, yeah, that is the 5 number of apples that are present here. So, the next way is 3 and 5. Now, let's try to increase the number. So, here, let's switch it back. So, basket 1 now has 4, basket 2 has 4. Now, does that mean the count stop here? No, it's different types. Whenever we have different types, we can interchange the number of ways. So, here, let's try to move again. So, let's try to give the apple back again and this number now. Basket 1 has 5. And remaining is how many? Oh, remaining there are just 3. So I'll write down 5 and 3. So we can see 3 and 5 can be written as 5 and 3. So again if I do it now, what is the number of apples in basket 1? Oh, 1 increase. So it's 6 and the remaining in basket 2. And lastly, if I do it for the last time, how many apples in basket 1? There are 7 apples. It's just an interchange way. 7 in basket 1, 1 in basket 2. So, if I want to count the number of ways, what is the total number of ways that are present here? Yeah, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, the final answer is 7 apples. So, I'll write down 7 apples here. So, what we can understand from this question, see, there are 2 things that we can understand. If I want to distribute, then we should do it in order and making sure if there are different, we can interchange the numbers. So here I'll write down, if I have to split numbers, do in order and different type interchange ways. Now you can pause the video and write down the summary for me. Now if you have understood the video very well, the question, the type, you can try this question. Now here the question is about 7 sticker. You have to distribute in 2 different bags. How many ways are there? Now, if you have solved this, you can comment your answer in the chat box or else you can contact me and I'll help you to check back your answer. Or any of the doubts if you have, you can contact me via this QR code. Scan the QR code and get back to me. So, it's my time. Teacher Smith signing off right now. But I'll see you in the next part. Bye-bye.